loves, thanks for returning. I hope this video finds you happy and doing well. As you know by the thumbnail, this video is going to be me testing out some of my new luxury makeup. Alright, so this is just going to be a laid back video. I'm going to be testing out some of my new luxury products, mainly my new Chantecaille products, and that would be the Chantecaille foundation, the Chantecaille powder, and the Chantecaille eyeshadow palettes, all of which I paid for with my own money. So I'm gonna give y'all the tea. All right, and I used a couple of other high-end babies that I have recently hauled, and that would be my Givenchy powder, and I'll have some oldie but goodies like the old Natasha Denona palette, and I have on some HUDA eyelashes, and how can I forget another luxury item that I have by byTerry, and this is her bronzer. Spoiler alert, I absolutely love it. So anyway, let's get into the look. All right, so I'm gonna start off with the Chantecaille Hummingbird Quartet palette. Here it is right here, and here are the shadows. So I only have 4 to work with, and I'm not going to venture off into any other palettes. So I've already got my brows done, as you can see. So I'm just gonna start off with this brown shade right here, and I'm going to put that in my crease and blow it out as much as I can. And I'm just gonna use a Sigma brush. Let me see, and this brush is so old, I don't even know if they still make these, but this is a Sigma E25 blending brush. So let's see how it works with this. And as you can see, it is clean. And the Sigma brushes are not the softest on the market, but they're decent. And even with that, there's still not a lot of kick up in this palette. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna apply it right here. Okay, so that's nice. I like this. This is very nice. Let me add a little bit more. Okay, so this shadow is applying very well. Oh, and just to let you know what I have as a base, I'm using the Beauty Bakery concealer. Okay, that's all I have. I did not set it. And this concealer, it dries down so my eyelids aren't damp. So I'm gonna keep applying it because I want it a little bit deeper, and I'm gonna put some right here in my outer V because that's what I do. All right, so I got that all applied, and now I'm gonna use the gold, and this is it right here. And I'm just gonna place that on the inner part of my eye, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply it, try to apply it first without wetting my brush and see how it applies. I'm gonna have to take my earrings off because I think that they are rattling in the mic. And this is a cool color because it looks gold in the pan, but it's actually, from what I can see, it's duochrome, and it's showing up pink and gold. Just a lot of goodness going on. All right, so I got that applied, and now I'm gonna go in with the next shade. All right, so I'm gonna apply this shade next, and I'm going to apply that right up in there. And again, I'm gonna go in with a dry brush and see what happens. So I'm gonna wet it just to see what happens. Yeah, it kind of looks the same after you wet it. In fact, I think it's getting a little cakey because the brush is so fat. So to sharpen up that line up there, I'm just gonna use a smaller brush and just kind of fill that in up there where the line is. And now on the outer V, I'm gonna use this little baby right here. And I just cleaned this same brush off with my color switch. And I'm just gonna use this on the outer V. And this shade is gorgeous.
Ooh,
Ooh, it's so pretty. Oh my God. The shades are so pretty. And there's no need to even try to wet this brush because this color is going on beautifully. All right, so I got that applied, and I'm just gonna go back in with this brown right here and put some more of it on the outer V, and then that'll pretty much be it. All right, so I just need to let you all know that I did have to go into another palette. I went into my Colored Rain eyeshadow palette, and I had to add this shade right here in the outer V. I needed something that was a little bit deeper. I needed some contrast. I guess I really didn't need to use it, but I wanted to use it, so I just thought I'd let you know that's what's going on with the outer V. But these are some really beautiful shadows. I think for me, these two shades right here, let's see, these top two, for me, those top two are definitely worth the price tag in itself because they're so unique and beautiful. So I really like this baby. All right, so next I'm going to use my HUDA eyelashes, and these are in Sasha. Here they are right here. All right, so before I put on my lashes, I just want to say that you need to be very careful when you're using these eyeshadows because you are going to get sparkles everywhere, and I'm thinking that this might show through my foundation. I don't know, I hope not. So this is one thing that kind of annoys you like it does me. Just kind of beware of that. All right, so I'm back with the eyelashes on, and I'm still getting those little flakes. Okay, anyway, moving on. I'm not gonna beat a dead horse. Let's go on to the foundation, shall we? So this is the container. The shade that I have is Banana. So it's kind of messy. I'm going to just put it on a top like this, and I'm just going to add my little 2 cents, and I'm going to go ahead and move on. It would be nice if it was in a, you know, a bottle that has a traditional pump. Okay, I said it. Now I'm moving on. I'm going to go ahead and apply this. I'm going to start off in the middle of my face. See, I'm already getting it everywhere, even with the top. So I'm going to have to use my brush. And the way the representative told me to apply it is that I'm supposed to just like rub it all in, not rub it all in, but you know, apply it all over my face, like smooth it all out. And I have some acne scarring right here, and as you can see, it doesn't cover up that, although I wasn't expecting it to. It's so dark, I don't even know. Probably 1 or 2 of my foundations in my collection could actually cover that up, and that's probably my Estee Lauder Double Wear and my Beauty Blender foundation. I think those are the only 2. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. And I'm gonna get my sponge. So when I use my sponge, this is how it looks. This is one layer. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply another layer and see what happens. All right, now I'm going to take my sponge and go over that. So to me, this is, so there's my acne scarring. You know, I have hyperpigmentation like right here and right along my forehead. So you can kind of see how well this covered. I would call this light coverage. I don't necessarily think that it's buildable, but for the sake of the video and just because I want to see how much I can build this up, I'm going to add a little bit more just right in my problem areas and see what happens. A little bit over here. So I don't remember if this is supposed to be light to medium or light coverage, but either way, it's still nice. I like it. I think it looks good. And what I especially like about it is that it appears as though I don't have to set this foundation. I especially like how it is sitting on the skin. It looks really pretty and it literally looks like skin. I know that that term or that phrase is thrown around a lot, but this foundation literally does look like that. I'm gonna go in next with my Pat McGrath concealer, and I'm going to use this to highlight under here. And I don't know if this shade is a good shade to be highlighting with, but we're just gonna keep it moving. It's gonna keep it moving. We're gonna do what we came to do. And I guess this would be a okay concealer to mix with this foundation. And the only reason that I say it because the concealer is full coverage, but the foundation isn't. But I guess it would be okay, you know. Okay, now this concealer is the bomb. I know I'm tardy to the party of the Pat McGrath concealer, but not the foundation. I do have the foundation, and I'll link my video up above just in case you haven't seen it. This stuff is pretty. Okay, let me kind of blend this out up in here. By the way, this brush is by Delium Tools. If you all have never tried Delium Tools brushes, you have got to try these brushes. All right, so I got this applied, and now I've got the powder. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know if I want to use this all over my complexion. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna go ahead and apply the bronzer first, and then I'm going to apply the powder last. And now I'm going to set my under eye. And to set that, I'm going to use this Givenchy powder. And it looks like this. And I'm going to use this shade right here. I gotta say, if you're looking for a powder that's going to blur some imperfections, this is a good one, because I'm looking in the mirror and my under eyes are looking really good. What am I gonna do next? I'm gonna bronze, and I have a byTerry bronzer. This is in the deepest shade that they have, and this is the Mocha Fritz. And you all don't be deceived by the photos, because the photos will lead you to believe that this is a very dark bronzer, or not a very dark bronzer, but it's not dark at all. But anyway, here's the outer packaging. So here is Mocha Fritz. And if you look at what's online in comparison to what it actually is, you will be bamboozled. So I'm going to use a clean brush. Now, what I can say is, though, even though this isn't that deep, it will bronze up your skin. So let me go ahead and bronze it up. And I like it because it provides a nice sheen to the skin. That would be this little inner part right there. You're almost led to believe that it's metallic, but it's not. I don't know what it is, but it does leave a little bit of a sheen, which I absolutely love. All right, so now I'm going to back it up and put on my Chantecaille powder. And I can already tell that it's gonna be a white cast. I just applied it on my chin and it's white. So, do my nose. But I don't know. You know, I might have to eat my words once my photo is taken. That's gonna tell all. When pictures are taken, That's what tells all with your products for me. Okay. Alright, so I got that applied, and I'm gonna go back in and add a little bit of bronzer over that. Only because I know my skin. I already know. Okay, we're gonna put on a lot of that. All right, so we got all of that applied. Now let's go in with this oldie but goodie here, this Natasha Denona. This is a highlighter palette plus a blush palette. So I know this is like 2 years old. So I know all of y'all are familiar with it. And I'm just gonna use the butt of my foundation sponge, and I'm just going to tap that in right there. All right, and then now that I have that applied, I'm going to use powder blush and the powder highlight, and I'm gonna add that on top right here. Just a little bit. And then a little bit of the highlight right here and on my nose. And I feel like I want to add some more bronzer, so I'm gonna do the most and add more bronzer. And this is so pretty. Oh my goodness, I love the way this looks. It gives you like the perfect toasty look. Okay, let's do a little bit across the nose. Not that much. Okay, all right, that's enough. I'm overdoing it. All right, so I was going to do a bold lip, but I'm just gonna use one of my HUDA lipsticks. All right, and I need to go back in and add some eyeshadow to my lower lash line. And I'm just gonna add this brown shade under everything. And then I'm gonna put on some mascara. All right, and the last thing that I'm going to do is apply my favorite high-end setting spray, and this is by Beautyblender. Anyway, this is the final look. Tell me what you think down in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Smooches.